Hello and welcome to Heat 3 at the Battista Bowl here in Thunder Bay, Ontario, as we have drivers numbered 18 through 33. We take a look at the starting grid as it rolls past on the bottom of the screen. But going to the starting line, it is Brandon Bayne, car number 21 with the pole. But Meaghan Curley is going to get a great start on the outside, and number 20 is going to try and keep it away. But Brandon Bayne still trying to go to the inside. Brandon Bayne has been driving in this sport since mid last season, made his debut at Indianapolis. This is the first time he's been at a dirt track in this series, along with actually everyone here. So he's currently running a second right now, having a decent event. Now we take a look at Chris Aurelio, who was in the 5th place spot, but is going to make the pass on Nick Capps, car number 18, to try and make sure he puts a gap between him and going out of the race. This is one of Chris Aurelio's last starts of the season before Myrtle Beach, as he's not going to Monza and Österreichring as far as we know, as he's only attempting American tracks. If they decide to put funding together to try and run those events, they may. But at the current moment, this is slated to be his last race before the finale, and he's hoping he can make it in. It's going to probably be even harder to make the Myrtle Beach race, as it's got the same qualifying format. He's very close on being locked in points, so he's got to make it today and try and make sure that no one knocks him out of the top 35. We take a look at a debut driver. Car number 28, yes, is usually Shelby LeGreat. This is Sean Angel this weekend. He's a Canadian driver, one of our regional entries for this event. He plans on running the rest of the schedule in his own number 58 machine, but the car was not prepared in time for this event. He wanted to run the home race, so they decided give this kid a chance. They put him in the LeGreat Racing entry number 28S. No sponsorship on that thing at the moment, but at the current having a decent run. He's currently not in the show along with the other two LeGreat cars. In fact, all three LeGreat cars are in this race, and none of them are in the top 5, so this is not looking good for them. They might have an RGE moment, like the team did in the last heat session. He's trying to hope that he can work his way up. We take a look at Dom Capps. He started at the tail end of the field, but he's already worked his way all the way up to 3rd place. We've had a recurring trend of drivers starting later in the field, working their way up in the 25 laps. Dom Capps has got one of those cars that he can do it. So Dom Capps currently running well right now, going past Chris Aurelio. Now Dom Capps is a championship competitor, so he's one of the drivers that has to make this race if he wants to make sure he's going to be going for a title when we head to Myrtle Beach. He still has 2 tough road courses after this event though, so we'll have to see if Dom Capps can rise to the occasion. But as you see, Brandon Bayne going down to the inside, trying to pass Meaghan Curley, who's led every lap thus far. Brandon Bayne looks like he's going to do it. Dom Capps trying to capitalize on the opportunity and go under car number 20, the Gas Tank Engineering Incorporated machine. That's the second of the Gas Tank cars to go up on track today. The last one will be Trek Togger, who won't be up until heat number 5. We take a look at Eris Shock, car number 33, the first JFI car out on track. The teammate car will be coming up in the next heat, and the other teammate car will be in the heat after that. But at the current moment, Eris Shock, car number 33, having a decent run, but just outside that top 5 at the moment. Trying to work her way past the cars of Justin Benoit and Chris Aurelio. Now, Eris Shock has had a wonderful season this year, albeit the first couple of events resulted in a couple of unsavory wrecks. She's really worked her way up in the points and has won a race at Rouen Les Essarts. So, great job by Eris Shock and the number 33 machine to keep that car in good shape. But look at that, Jamie Murphy trying to make the pass on the inside. She's trying to get a spot in there as well, trying to make sure she can try and catch up to the championship run. But as we take a look at another LeGreat Racing car, Maria Commisso, car number 26. She's actually closer to the championship, and they're kind of hoping that car gets up there more as Murphy has fallen out of the championship picture. But Maria Commisso was one of the favorites for the championship last year. In fact, she was one of only 4 drivers that had a shot at the championship last season and could have won it, but Jamie Murphy was able to take it. She was the car leading going into the championship event. First time on dirt here today, so she's trying to make sure she makes it into the show, but she's got a lot of cars to pass, including her own teammate. So the Great Racing Car is having an iffy race at the moment. Dom Capps, car number 24, he's going for the pass for the race lead. So Dom Capps, we know the strength in that number 24 car this weekend. We're not sure of his dirt racing experience in the past, but he seems to be getting well acquainted with it today. As you can see, Brandon Bayne is trying to battle back as he works his way to the inside, trying to make the pass underneath. Now, Brandon Bayne's had a consistent season, but he hasn't really done anything too noticeable in the terms of winnings in top 5, but has gotten a couple of top 10s. Look at that, trying to make the crossover. It looks like it might just work as Brandon Bayne goes back into the race lead. As we're starting to wind down in this event, so time is running out. Now, the first place position gets 5 bonus points added to a championship run. Dom Caps is hoping to get it so he can maybe take the championship away. Brandon Bayne trying to catch up to the leaders. Nick Caps, on the other hand, is not having a good car at all. This car seems to be off pace. It's not even in contention with the other vehicles. It really fell off from the start. They might be having an issue in that number 18 machine. It's barely keeping up with the main pack. And Nick Caps will not be able to capitalize on the success he had last week at Sierra before the car got wrecked. So that's a shame for him. If we take a look, Eris Shock is making the pass underneath Chris Aurelio. That will dislodge him from the top 5. That's not what Chris Aurelio wanted. He was running so consistent, but Eris Shock finally wore him down. She is kind of an intimidating driver to have in your rearview mirror. And Chris Aurelio is going to give in. Shuts the door on Jamie Murphy, though, so he does not want to lose any more spots, as this race is getting very close to the end. We're less than 5 to go. But Aurelio needs to keep stationary. Now, Eris Shock is trying to make sure she can catch up to Meaghan Curley to make sure Aurelio doesn't get any wise ideas of trying to pass her. But if Jamie Murphy, seeing how aggressive she's running, she's pulling to the inside, looks like Chris Aurelio is going to be slowing down. Eris Shock should be in good shape. We take a look at Dom Caps. We only have a couple laps to go in that number 24 machine. Brandon Bayne has been really trying to catch up, but he hasn't been able to get in within a car length. He's usually been 1 car length behind. And also with these turns, it's really kicking up a lot of dust here today. It's kind of hard to catch up to these drivers. That's why you want to be the leader, because you don't have all that dirt in front of you inside of your windshield. So here we go. Dom Caps working his way around the track with only a few to go. You see that battle in the back there. Murphy is getting by Aurelio in the number 27 car. That is not helping him any. And here we go. Dom Caps going for 1 more lap to go. Brandon Bayne is starting to lose ground. Dom Caps may have quite the car for the main event, as it looks like he'll be in it unless something happens in this turn. Here we go, crossing the line. Car number 24, Dom Caps, is going to be your winner here. For heat number 3, he gets the 5 bonus points, and that is going to really help him out in the championship run. It may seem like only 5 points, but 5 points can mean a lot. That's actually the amount of points for 5 positions on racetrack. So now we're going to take a look at the drivers that have made the main event and the drivers that are going to the LCQ. Dom Caps is in, along with Brandon Bayne, the pole sitter. Justin Benoit, Eris Shock, and Meaghan Curley are all going to make the event. Jamie Murphy comes up a bit short, wasn't able to get by Meaghan Curley. Maria Commisso didn't make the show either. Chris Aurelio, Sean Angel, the debut driver, and Nick Capp, all of them have to go to the LCQ. What a heartbreak for those drivers, especially the Gray Racing Cars, who were one of the most dominant teams of last season. They're struggling to make this race today. Next up is going to be heat race number 4. We look at cars number 34 through 55, sorry. So we'll see you then for that one. Thank you for watching.